At this time, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Madison Romano.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
At this time, class of 2022, please take your seats. I'd like to welcome up to the podium Class President Kayla Stollard for her welcome address.
Good evening and welcome to the commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2022. Today is not only an important day for our graduates, but to all family, friends, and guests who came to watch their loved ones walk across the stage. That being said, thank you all for being here today. Your presence alone is extremely appreciated. Now, to our soon-to-be graduates, I would like all of you to take a second and think about how far we've come. Starting freshman year, we had to share one school with the upperclassmen. Sophomore year was looking hopeful up until Corona began to run rampant, and majority of our junior year was spent virtually at home. It's surreal to think that now, we stand here as seniors, about to graduate in the next couple of minutes. To many of us, beginning a whole new chapter of your life seems almost unthinkable. It still feels as though we were just in elementary school, learning our multiplication tables and how nouns are people, places, or things. But to several others, you've been looking forward to graduating for the past 4 years. Regardless of how you're feeling, whatever the future has in store for you, know that this is your moment and you should feel proud. Our school is surrounded by a community built on generosity, sympathy, and support. We are so much more than the small town stereotype others may have placed on us. As many of you know, last year we had lost two of our most beloved students, Gianna Palmieri and Malcolm Sparks. The heartbreak that came from their passing was felt throughout our community as we mourned over the memories we were fortunate enough to make with them. Many remember Gianna for her radiant personality and ability to put a smile on anybody's face. Malcolm is not only remembered for his witty humor, but for his talents shown both academically and musically. Our school just hasn't felt the same without them. But just because they aren't here with us physically does not mean that they aren't watching over us become who they wanted us to be. Our community has been able to grow stronger together from this loss. And from my perspective, I believe that we are all now closer than ever. We are no longer just a town. We are a family. So as I close off my speech, I hope to leave a couple of you hopeful towards your future. Look back and notice just how willing this community is to help you achieve your goals. but most importantly, realize that you've made it. I wish nothing but the best for my surrounding peers. The world is in your hands. Take what you will with it and flourish.
There's a wolf that preys on a world that strays so far from the garden. Oh, and just like your own, every heart you know seems cold and hardened. Oh, you may not have the stage, but you still have a voice. You may not have the strength, but if you have a choice, I dare you to love. Oh, I dare you to love. Even if you're hurt and you can only see the worst, even if you think it's not enough. Oh, I dare you to love. We're all full of hope, trying to stay afloat, trying to save one another. Oh, people let you drown 'cause they don't know how to stay above water. Oh, when they're too broken to know what they put you through. Do the only thing that you want done to you. Oh, I dare you to love. Oh, I dare you to love. I dare you to love. Even if you're hurt and you can only see the worst, even if you think it's not enough. Oh, I dare you to love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. You may not have the stage, but you still have a voice. You may not have the strength, but if you have a choice, I dare you to love. Even if you can't know, I dare you to love. Even if you're hurt and you can only see the worst, even if you think it's not enough. Oh, I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Oh, I dare you to love.
Welcome, students, Board of Education members, staff, families, friends, and esteemed guests. The class you are sitting behind me is very special to me. In 2015, many of them were promoted from the Little Egg Harbor School District as 6th graders, moving on to 7th grade. This was my first year as Little Egg Harbor superintendent, and I've been so fortunate to watch them grow and prosper throughout their junior and high school years. Along with the students of Bass River, Eagleswood, and Tuckerton, I want to thank the class of 2022 for making my time as superintendent so very rewarding. Now it is time to move forward and show the world how amazing Pinelands students are. Congratulations. I now have the pleasure of introducing Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Fresca.
It is an honor and a privilege to be one of the first to congratulate the 43rd graduating class of Pinelands Regional School District, the class of 2022. When Dr. McCooley asked me to speak at this monumental occasion, I thought about a way to send all of you off with the words, wisdom, and advice of those who have not only walked the halls of Pinelands before you, but have decided to come back and contribute to our Wildcat school community by working with our students. Last time I counted, Pinelands is fortunate to have over 60 staff members and 3 Board of Education members who are Wildcats. The fact that so many Pinelands graduates decide to come back to our campus to work with and for our students shows how very special it is to be part of this Wildcat family. So I'm excited to use this opportunity to share some messages from former Pinelands graduates for this amazing class of 2022. Messages will be shared in order of graduation year, beginning with the most recent and ending with a message from a member of the class of 1985, which was the first class to go from 7th through 12th grade as a Pinelands student. Ms. Cameron Barr, class of 2018, high school English teacher. Happiness will not befall you through achieving life's milestones alone. Romanticize the mundane, the daily life, the little moments with gratitude and wonder. Ms. Nancy Mathis, class of 2013, high school math teacher. You are capable of doing amazing things in the future. Put yourself out there, see the world, and enjoy the ride. Ms. Kristen Pasternak, class of 2012, junior high social studies teacher. Congratulations and good luck on your next chapter. Ms. Caitlin King, class of 2011, administrative assistant in the special education department. Congratulations, follow your dreams, and believe in yourself. Miss Julie Panella Luna, class of 2004, junior high English teacher. Change your opinions, keep your principles, change your leaves, keep intact your roots. Mrs. Amanda Luke Miller, class of 1999, newly appointed district business administrator. Never stop reaching for your goals. Mr. Brian Jones, class of 1998, get off your phone. Mr. Ray Bartlett, board member, class of 1996, be a servant leader. Dr. Melissa Carnado McCooley, superintendent, class of 94. Never forget that all Pinelands graduates are special. Go out into the world and move mountains. Miss Jennifer Vaughn Griffin, class of 92, high school special education teacher. With hard work and perseverance, anything is possible. Mrs. Bethany Ackerman Miller, class of 92, high school English teacher. I wish you the best and can't wait to see what you will accomplish to make this world better for all of us. Mrs. Michelle Chambers Molesky, junior high English teacher, class of 1991. Success doesn't rush. The greatest reward is the journey. Mrs. Amy Voorhees Nass, high school assistant principal, class of 91. Best of luck as you enter the next stage of your life's journey. Mr. Charles Miller, high school theater arts teacher, class of 91. Be the light in the world you wish to see from others. Attitude is everything. This one's from me, class of 91. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Mr. Don Richeski, class of 89, high school photography teacher. Congratulations and best wishes to Paige and the class of 2020. Mrs. Kelly Ramirez, class of 88, administrative assistant. Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. Tiptoe if you must, but take the step. Mr. William Sunderman, class of 1987, athletics supervisor. Congratulations on your graduation. Reach for the stars, but don't ever forget your roots. Last but not least, Mr. August Dalio, class of 1985, Pinelands Ed Board of Education member. To my son Nicholas and the class of 2022, congratulations. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Tonight, each one of you will join the previous 42 graduating classes as a new class of Pinelands alumni. No matter how far your journey takes you in life, Pinelands will always be your home. Never, ever forget, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. We love you, class of 2022. Godspeed.
Good evening. I am Betty Ann McVeigh, the president of the Pinelands Board of Education. On behalf of my fellow Board of Education members, welcome to the commencement exercises for the Pinelands Regional High School class of 2022. We are so very happy to share in the excitement of your graduation. Being able to help hand out diplomas and congratulate each graduate individually is our true honor. As each student walks on the stage, you can actually feel the array of emotions, their array of emotions, excitement, joy, hope, and even a little anxiety. So much fun to see young people become young adults right before our eyes. As my granddaughter often says when something happy happens to her, best day ever. Looking out at the soon-to-be graduates, you can see joy and enthusiasm for them as this day has finally come. Looking out at the parents of soon-to-be adults, you can see the wonderment on their faces, and it reads, "How did 18 years go by so quickly?" So graduates, no matter where you started, you worked hard, you overcame a lot, and you made it here today. The Board of Education celebrates with you and acknowledges all of you, the accomplished, creative, talented, and all-around outstanding class of 2022. We wish you all the best in whatever is next for you, and we are rooting for you. One last thing, please remember to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the teachers here at Pinelands. In years to come, you will find yourself thinking back and appreciating their contributions to your life more and more. Take time after the ceremony to thank your parents and anyone else who helped you get to this big day. Franklin Roosevelt's son once asked him his secret to giving a good address. His advice was, be sincere, be brief, and be seated. Tonight I shall heed that advice. Thank you and enjoy the evening.
Good evening. My name is Troy Anderson, and I'm the principal here at Pinelands Regional High School. Welcome, family, friends, and distinguished guests. Thank you all for joining us on this momentous occasion. I'd like to begin by recognizing our special guests here with us today. And when I call your name, if you could please stand. Board President Betty McVeigh, Board Vice President Augie Dalio, Board members Kim Hanadell, Tom Rossetti, Lisa Betty, Ray Bartlett, and Patty Martin. Dr. Melissa McCooley, Assistant Superintendent Gina Frasca, Business Administrator Nick Brown, Director of Student Services, Karen Kenny. Director of Special Services, Aaron Lichtenwallner. Director of Research, Planning, and Evaluation, Dr. Kim Clark. High School Assistant Principals, Matt Molesky, Amy Nass, and Justin Loomis. And Junior High School Principals, Principal Eric Shore, and Assistant Principal Christine Thurber. I would like to thank each of you for your commitment to our students in our district. I would also like to thank everyone who worked tirelessly to make this ceremony happen today. All of our custodial staff are setting everything up and making this field look amazing. The tech team and Darren Hickman for the audio. All the staff members who volunteered to help this evening. My administrative team, and a special thank you to my secretaries, literally my right and left hand, Carrie Seiden-Fadden and Nancy Borganon, who spent countless hours preparing for this evening. So thank you all. As I stand here today, I can't help but think about the journey these young men and women have taken to get to this point in their lives. For many, I have had the privilege of being their principal for 11 of their 13 years of education. It's been wonderful to see how they have grown up, and very shortly they will be getting ready to turn their tassel, toss their caps, and begin the next exciting chapter of their lives. I would sum up this graduating class in one word: resilient. They have overcome many challenges and obstacles over the past few years. There's a famous quote: the greater the obstacle, the more glory in overcoming it. I'm so proud of these students for staying motivated and persevering when they could have easily given up. Behind me, you have students attending colleges and universities all over the country. We have some going as far west as Washington State, and we even have one attending Princeton in the fall. We have students who are proudly serving their country by joining the armed forces, and we have students who are attending trade schools, and some are headed straight out to the workforce. So seniors, regardless of what your future holds, always remember where you came from. Remember the friendships you've made, the teachers you've connected with, and the experiences that you have had here at Pinelands. Some of you may be afraid to leave high school, apprehensive about what the future holds for you. I can assure you that this will not be your last dance.
Kiss today goodbye, the sweetness and the sorrow. Wish me luck the same to you, but I won't regret what I did for It's as if we always knew. And I can't forget what I did for love, what I did for
Gone, love is never gone. As we travel on, love's what we'll remember.
Kiss today goodbye and point me toward tomorrow. We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love.
What I did for love. What I did for love. Love is never gone. As we travel on, love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye.
point me towards tomorrow.
Point me towards tomorrow.
We did what we had
Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love.
what I did for love.
Great job, seniors. At this time, I would like to recognize our military students. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Corey Conway, going to the Marines. Jordina Dimes, Coast Guard. Kyle Dillon, Coast Guard. Jordan DeSantos, Marines. Colin Reed, U.S. Army. Joel Mott, Marines. Peter Marola, Air Force. Gavin Brown, Coast Guard. Claire Farrell, Coast Guard. Angelo Klein, Navy. And Michael Evans, Air Force. All right, thank you. You may be seated. Now let's acknowledge our top academic students. When I call your name, please rise. Number 11, Daniel Richard McCarthy. Number 10, Sophia Kirby. Number 9, Angelina Papa. Number 8, Tori McKenna Dime. Number 7, Adam Grelak. Number 6, Bailey Lawrence. Number 5, Madison Romano. And number 4, Kaylee Stollard. Congratulations to these students on their hard work and dedication. So this year, from what I'm being told, the first year ever, we have a co-salutatorian, 2 students with had almost the exact same GPA, and I'd like to invite them up to the stage for their speech. First, let's start with Sarah Bednarsik.
Hello, everyone. Hi. I'm already messing things up. Great start, great start. Anyways, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah Bednarsik. And for those of you who do know me, you're probably thinking, this is going to be interesting. One of the quietest people in our class is giving a speech. Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking. 3 years of drama class and I'm still nervous doing public speaking. I never thought I would be up here making a speech to my entire graduating class. I honestly didn't even know the salutatorian and had to make a speech until a couple of days ago. But then I realized something. This might be my one chance to say all the things I never said. To the voice in my head that's been screaming for me to speak since day one, this is for you. So here we go. All the how-to websites for writing salutatorian speeches said I should reminisce about my time spent in school. The memories I've had, the good times and the bad. What do I even say about my school career? It's been wild, it's been crazy, it's been unlike anything I ever thought it would be. As a class, we've been through a hurricane, our school falling apart, a global pandemic, and more. We've spent 14 years sitting in hard chairs listening to our teachers go on and on about things we probably won't remember. We've laughed, cried, sat through thousands of lessons, and taken countless tests to boot. That's all well and good, but in reality, it's not something most of us will use in our daily lives. The most important lessons we've learned have been about people, not academics. In high school, I learned what a real friend is and what a real friend isn't. A real friend checks in on you when you don't say anything for a while. A real friend knows that sometimes you just need someone to be there for you, to sit in silence when words could never explain how you're feeling. A real friend knows how to listen to the things you don't say and understand what you're so desperately trying to tell them. A real friend doesn't leave you out of things. Real friends don't abandon you when you need them the most. Real friendships are rare, and when you find them, you should hold on to them with every bit of strength you have. Some of you already have real friendships, and for that, I'm happy for you. Some of you don't, and that's okay. I hope all of you find at least one real friend someday, and I hope I find one too. Because what are we without people standing by our side, supporting us through this crazy journey called life? That's not to say being self-made isn't possible, isn't amazing, isn't an achievement worth celebrating. We have everything we need to succeed inside of us, as evidenced by the fact that we are all sitting here graduating today. We did this all on our own, but life seems like it's more fun when you have friends to share it with. I'm so proud of each and every one of you for everything you've done and everything we've been through. We've all been through battles of our own, but we fought through them. Graduation means we won our wars. We were enough. You were enough. I was enough. So congratulations to all of you for that. It would be rude of me to not thank everyone who's helped me and everyone else get where we are today. So thank you to the parents, family members, teachers, coaches, and administrators who have helped us become strong and promising human beings. To everyone here tonight, thank you for showing up for all of us. As I stand here now, I know it's time for all of us to move on. It's time for something new and exciting and beautiful. To my fellow graduates, wherever you go next, good luck. I can't wait to see where life takes us. Find your real friends and keep fighting. On this Tuesday, on this stage, I watch our lives begin again. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce our other salutatorian, Carly Pomponio.
Good evening, parents, teachers, family, and friends, and my fellow graduates. It is my honor to be standing here as co-salutatorian of the class of 2022. Today is an important day in all of our lives, as we gather here to celebrate the long, hard years of learning. We're surrounded by all the people who taught and inspired us throughout our lives. To our families, I'd like to say that your love and support has made all the difference. The encouraging words, the shoulders to cry on, and all the contributions to our education have not gone unnoticed. You are our biggest fans, motivators, and supporters that push us to be the people we are today. To the Pinelands Regional faculty, staff, and administration, on behalf of the class of 2022, we owe you permanent gratitude. Thank you for teaching us and pushing us towards success even when we were not quite ready to learn. Us students are lucky enough to be educated in an environment where the teachers care for the students. I'm talking about the environment where after Mr. Trinelli spends a whole class period explaining a topic to a group of students, and we've all told him that we understood it, he continues to take the time the next day to explain it because he could tell we still need that extra help. The type of environment where Miss Williscroft goes above and beyond to make the students smile just because she could tell the world can use a little more love. The type of environment where Mrs. Porner pushes you almost to your breaking point the week before the AB test because she knows your true potential. The list goes on, and I am so completely thankful for the environment that has nurtured us to success. And to my friends, the Pinelands class of 2022, we stuck together through it all. I feel privileged to say that this class is one true family. We learned from one another and looked out for each other when we needed it the most. Moving on to the next stage of our journey, hold on to those memories we've made together and the unique friendships that have arose. Let the bonds we forged carry us through life's many challenges and be the bedrock that grants our future success.
Thank you, Carly, and congratulations. I would now like to introduce our class of 2022 valedictorian, Ryan Omart.
Good evening, parents, friends, relatives, teachers, administrators, and of course, fellow graduates of the Pinelands class of 2022. Today marks the most important day of our young, promising lives as we begin to embark on a new journey and simultaneously conclude another. Today is also a very emotionally confusing day. As we look to the future and reflect on our past, we cannot help but feel hopeful yet uncertain, triumphant yet saddened, and relieved yet anxious. However, before me I see many students who've proven time and again that they will overcome any obstacle in their way. For them, high school graduation will be remembered as the start to a long, prosperous adult life. 4 years ago today, our 8th grade year had just come to a close, and soon we would officially become freshmen in the coming fall, marking the beginning of our high school careers. Over the next 4 years as high schoolers, we made new friends, we learned from new teachers, we formed new memories, and some students challenged themselves by taking rigorous AP classes, sometimes regrettably. Many of you got jobs, experienced the harsh realities of the world of labor, and consequently became more thankful for the great lengths that your parents go to in order to put food on the table every day. These experiences over the last 4 years have matured us from the childhood and into the adults we are today. Well, at least for most of us. The word which I believe truly defines this class is resilience. As I briefly mentioned moments ago, we've endured a seemingly endless amount of obstacles together over our years here. In our freshman year, we were not allowed to enter the high school due to structural concerns, so we were packed into the junior high school for another year long with all other high school and middle school students. When we were finally allowed back into the high school in our sophomore year, our time together was short-lived due to the arrival of the COVID pandemic in March of 2020. Between then and now, we faced social isolation, online schooling, unpredictability, and the fear of infection. Sports were canceled, events were called off, and gatherings were outlawed. Worst of all, some family members, relatives, friends, and classmates were taken from this world too soon, either by the pandemic or other unimaginably unfortunate circumstances. In about a 2-year span, we've learned just how cruel the world can be. Of course, if we could go back and prevent all this from happening, we obviously would. I know that it's been difficult, but I promise that all the adversity we face together will serve to benefit us in the long run. Helen Keller once said that character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. In other words, the hardships we've experienced over the past few years have made us stronger and more resilient, which will help to bring us future success. The pain we felt yesterday better prepares us for the pain we will feel tomorrow. Being able to graduate after everything we've been through is an accomplishment in and of itself. In 8th grade, I was given the choice to apply to Mates and spend my high school years there. It was advertised as one of the best schools in the state, and if I succeeded there, I would be allowed to apply to pretty much any college that I wanted to. However, in my gut, I knew that staying at Pinelands would be in my best interest, and I now realize that I could not have been any more right. In my 4 years here, I've been blessed to share classes and become friends with some truly remarkable people. To anyone who has made me laugh, shared a conversation with me, asked me for help on their classwork, complimented me, or formed memories with me, I wholeheartedly thank you for filling my life with happiness. I really could not have asked for a better group of students to spend my high school years with, and I hope to see many of you again in the future. I feel grateful to have learned from a plethora of amazing teachers. Over time, I've come to recognize many of you not just as teachers, but also as friends. I will miss Mrs. Monterosa's crazy stories from her childhood, Miss Perner's rants about the state of the country, Scotto's intense statutory games, Mr. Bradley's clever yet painful puns, Dr. Aleto's sense of humor, Mr. O's passion and energy, Mrs. Miller's wild personality, Mr. Trinelli's countless analogies, and most of all, I will miss punting a volleyball squarely into Mr. Foster's stomach. I'm just kidding, but I just had to put that in there. It was really funny. I thank all of my teachers for instilling in me the knowledge required for success, for caring about me, serving as role models, and spurring my development as both an intellectual and a human being. I'd also like to thank Mr. Henderson, Mr. Molesky, Mr. Loomis, Mrs. Nass, and the entire administration for leading us through the pandemic, ensuring student safety, building a commendable school culture, and for putting up with us for the past 4 years. I also can't go on without thanking Mrs. Mooney for helping me through the college application process and being the best guidance counselor possible. Lastly, and most of all, I want to express my utmost appreciation to the people who are the biggest reason why I stand on the stage right now, my parents. Throughout my entire life, you both provided me with the wisdom, support, love, and motivation that has led me to where I am today. I cannot put into words how much of a privilege it has been to be raised by two dedicated parents like you, and my success is truly a reflection of you both. Well, fellow graduates, as we near the end of my address, I've decided to leave you all with one final thought for the future. In college and in your adult life, you'll be presented with many decisions regarding your education and career. When facing these choices, I urge you to follow this one piece of advice. Do not settle. Do not accept something if it is less than what you want. The most self-destructive behavior you could participate in is overlooking the sheer value of your own life. By settling for less than your potential and by putting limits on yourself, you would do just that. So go for it. Don't settle for mediocrity, but strive for greatness. You may surprise yourself as I did. Congratulations, class of 2022. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Good luck and good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan, and congratulations. Please welcome the senior class advisors, Mrs. Joanne Sofield and Mrs. Christine Cudner, for the calling of the rolls.
Ryan Omert. Sarah Benarsic. Carly Madison Pomponio. Emily Allen. Abigail Teresa Alvarado. Amber Arendt. Caitlin Ashley Barton. Mia Boggs. Cameron Danae Borden. Tamaya Bowser. Shelby Bundy. Gianna Butcher. Amanda May Caldwell. Jessica Capriglione. Julia Isabella Carnes. Jessica Cheney. Carly Ann Childs. Rebecca Conrad. Elijah A. Alprin. Carlos Enrique Andrade Ramos. Casey Baglivo. Darren Baru. Jimmy A. Barrientos Andrade. Anthony Michael Basil. Joseph Quincy Basil. Braxton Richard Bullier. Matthew Stephen Bond. Edward Bergenon. Haran Jazaya Boyd. Christopher M. Bracco. Alec Brenner. Gavin Brown. Larry George Brown III. Ryan Matthew Burns. James M. Cahill. Sarah Curtis. Jordina Doms. Amara Grace Daniel. Desiree Diamond Davis. Kayla Ann Davis. Kayla Jade Davis. Kylie Deller. Alexa DeSimone. Ella Duber. Haley Nicole Doherty. Caitlin Marie Downs. Bridget Autumn Dudas. Tori McKenna Dime. Yasmin El Gamal. Emily Rose Eng. Carly Lynn Evans. Christopher Caravano. Nicholas Castillo. Ryan Castles. Vincent Serracchio. Corey Michael Conway. Derek Matthew Coppinger. Evan Richard Kuzak. Nicholas Dalio. Brian Delberry. Stephen Joseph D'Amelio. Caleb Randall Demerly. Anthony DeVito. Kyle Glenn Dillon. Jacob Tyler DiPolito. Jordan Paul Dos Santos. Ethan Christopher Edwards. Sebastian Estramaduro. Isabella Christine Mathis Farmer. Claire F. Farrell. Taylor Jean Federici. Alexa Rose Ferrioli. Alexa Fiorenzo. Shannon Flanagan. Emma Teresa Flynn. Mackenzie Ray Fontaines. Aaliyah Arlene Fowler. Emily Fushardi. Layla Esther Garcia Barahona. Becca Nicole Goldberg. Francesca Marie Green. Autumn Jean Groff. Gianelli Guevara. Riley Grace Hamilton. Michael Evans. Thomas Allen Exel. Andrew Joseph Faldudo. Darian Garcia. David Goodwin. Robert Grant. Adam Grelak. Jeremy Gutierrez. Jason Robert Habanowski Jr. Christopher Halstead. Ezekiel Haney. David Heinrich. Eric Daniel Helfridge. Joseph Valentine Horn. Damian Howlett. Colin Hullings. Michael Abera. Tyler Jackson. Sarai Hernandez. Leslie Herrera. Allison Hoxel. Randy Hood. Elizabeth Ann Jaffola. Jordan Lynn Gilson. Catherine Elizabeth Kalinowski. Veronica Kaufman. Danielle Teresa Kenny. Ruth Anna Kalasi. Sophia Ray Kirby. Fallon Rose Last. Bailey Elizabeth Lawrence. Laura Joy Leeds. Rose Marie Locicero. Ariana Lee Hazel Loftus.
Patrick Johns Jr. Benjamin Paul Johnston. Connor Johnston. Angelo Klein. Matthew Klein. Elijah Lafreni. Sean Lanning. Todd Lagenza. Thomas Michael Lester. Mason Levance. Brandon Lopez. Jaden Aikika Lavelle. Sean R. Lowry. Devin Lupton. Trevor Madonia. Anthony McGee. Joel Marr. Colin Martin. Sophia Lopiccolo. Victoria Christine Lund. Kaylee Lupton. Devin Malangone. Isabella Grace Jeanette McAllister. Trisha McAllister. Leah Taylor McMeans. Nina Danielle Miola. Elizabeth Mitchell. Autumn Jean Newsom. Kirsten May Northup. Charlotte Ann Newtile. Angelina Papa. Sophia Rosemary Paricio. Ashley Yasmin Pedraza Garcia. Brianna Lynn Patron. Carmen David Matarazzo. Zachary McCabe. Daniel Richard McCarthy. Aiden Thomas McCleary. Logan McMeans. Daniel Raymond McNeamer. Mateo James Mena. Peter Michael Marola Jr. Christopher William Mitchell. Benjamin Montero Brown. Travis Morey. Anthony Vincent Moser. Joel M. Mott V. Nicholas Glenn Musso. Nicholas Antonio Naya. Eric J. Nass. Patrick John O'Brien. Ryan Luke O'Rourke. Evan John Oken. Sage Farrow. Haley Marie Piasecki. Liberty Faith Pavola. Malia Plant. Michelle Quiros Ramos. Stephanie Reed. Brianna A. Reed. Emily Rivers. Savannah Mae Robertson. Paige Richeski. Samantha Grace Rodas. Caitlin Catherine Rodriguez. Madison Paige Romano. Jewel Helena Romero. Brianna Scapati. Jared Olson. Jacob George Parnell. Francisco Piccolo. Maximos Penchek. Zachary Michael Pritch. James Reed. Colin James Reed. Thomas Riley. Anthony Ricardo. Michael Riley. Lance Rogers. Tyler James Ross. Raghav Rufino Madan. Sean Rudder. Luis Angel Soto Villanueva. Giovanni Battista Sansone. Michael Jeffrey Sarfo. Ashley R. Scarpone. Mia Cisco. Madison A. Smurden. Madison Michelle Smith. Kayla Stallard. Mackenzie Ann Stevenson. Catlea Powig Sturries. Nadia Powig Sturries. Liana Sky Trebor. Tori Elizabeth Trenton. Cameron Denise Shern. Kayla Ann Weber. Jordan Nicole Wick. Jane Marie Wilkinson. Mishka Wilmore. Aiden Schmutz. Dylan Service. Jonathan Cade Sheridan. Mauricio Paul Silvati. Hunter Simons. Drew Singh. Aiden Ski. Tyler William Snyder. John Stano. Michael Stano. Craig Eugene Steele. Sebastian Orion Steinmacher. Robert Swade. Elijah Thimpsumpu. Dylan Daniel Thurston. Zachary Treble. Anthony Torrey. Baghdad Vargas. Alex Alex Stephen Vasakonis. Andrew Patrick Watson. Kenyon Ramon White. Ricardo William White. Justin Whittington. Jeremy Edward Wilczek. Nicholas Thomas Wilkinson. Jeffrey Thomas Frederick Wilson. Anthony Richard Winks. Martin Yasowski. Zachary Andrew Zito.
Please welcome to the stage Student Government President Kaylee Stollard for the turning of the tassel. Kayla, sorry. It's like the third time I did that.
It's okay.
Graduates, please rise for the turning of the tassel.
The turning of the tassel symbolizes your move from high school student to high school graduate. As you move into this new stage in life, let this tassel be a reminder of your success and a symbol of hope for things to come. At this time, please move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. Congratulations to the class of 2022!
Hang with me. Hang with me. We'll go back up. Hey, Kayla. That was amazing. Give a round of applause for Kayla. Kayla. In closing, I would like to thank the many faculty, maintenance, grounds, technology, and support staff for their hard